You're being called to step up. We are being called to step up, to take back our power, to take 100% responsibility for how we are creating our lives and how we are creating our world. This is, I was going to say magical. This is phenomenal what we are doing, what's happening right here. Yes, in a way, we are doing this. In a way, this is God moving through you and me and every one of us and moving mountains and transforming the world. That is what is happening right here. That is what you are doing right here. You're allowing this to transform your life as you are then transforming the lives of everyone connected with you, all of your online friends, as well as everyone in your local community. We are coming back together as our human family. We are liberating humanity. That's what we're doing in this very, very special, crucial, critically important Operation Greatness podcast. This is Operation Greatness Podcast 105. Just as a note on that, I just noticed I went to check on my statistics for the show, and because I wanted to, no, actually, I wanted to check. I wanted to make sure this is podcast number 105, and it is. And I was like blown away. I was grateful, let's put it that way, that I see that yesterday 186 people downloaded my show, and that over the last 14 days, the listenership is up 583%. That's like almost a six-fold increase. So you're responding, you're hearing the message, you're feeling the calling, and you are being present with yourself, with your power, with God, and you are taking notice. You're recognizing that you are being called to step up and that we are stepping up, every one of us, and we're taking back our power. We're taking back our world. We're taking back our lives, our livelihoods. We're coming back to being of greater service, which is why you are here, why every one of us is alive right now for this monumental turning point in human history, which is happening through you doing this now yourself, and all of us, because of you, doing this together. So, notice the name of this show. This is $24 million in 24 days. What is that, and how does that tie in with you taking back your power, stepping up, taking responsibility for how you are creating your life and how we together, all of us, are creating our world? This is what we're talking about here. This is what we are doing here. Or this is what is happening through us. This is, I call it the presence of God moving through us. You might call it the Holy Spirit. Whatever words you use for your mind to understand, this is happening and this is working with and through you. You could say that you're the doer, or you could say this is all God doing this through you, because you are the hollow flute. I mean, think about it like the great musicians of the world, like Paul McCartney, or, you know, I mean, like a flute player. I think of like Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull, and and is he anyway? I mean, this is happening, and it's happening through you. And you could say that you're the doer, or are you just allowing this to happen? The point is, right here, right now, you are liberating all of your online friends. They are doing this through you. You are doing this yourself. You're transforming your life and you're transforming the lives of everyone connected with you. And we're all doing this together through you being part of our Liberating Humanity main event at liberatinghumanitymainevent.com. You're getting your Freedom Money link, and you are sharing your Freedom Money link in all of the posts that you are making as you are actively leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating, LITL, all of your online friends and everyone in your community. You're liberating them. You're leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating them, doing a little, LITL, more today in being of greater service to more people. This is your higher calling. This is your purpose. This is you stepping into your power, your center, and fulfilling, living, honoring, achieving your divine design duty. This absolutely is your duty, destiny, dharma. This is your reason for being. It's why you're here. This means everything. This is the turning point of your life and of our world. By all of us hearing this message, taking it to heart, and doing it, living this. No more playing small. None. No more playing small. No even thoughts of, I can't do this, what if, fear, blank, rationalization, excuse, distraction. No. All of that is gone. Right here, returning to your center, breathing back into being. With this breath right now you're filling your lungs with the presence of God, or you're returning to your center, you're owning your power, you're standing within your power, and yes, you are commanding your destiny right here, right now, this moment. You are stepping into your power, you're owning your power, you are commanding your destiny. Your destiny is that you are humanity liberator. Yes, you. Let's go back. Let's keep that in mind. You are humanity liberator. This is why you were born. This is why you are here alive during this monumental turning point in human history. And this turning point is happening because of you doing this now, right here, yourself. And then from there, actively leading all of your online friends through doing this themselves, and them leading all of their online friends in doing this themselves. And so right here now, well, I mean, wait until you have gone to liberatinghumanitymainevent.com and gotten your Freedom Money link, because that Freedom Money link you will put into all of the posts that you are making as you are leading all of your online friends to doing this themselves. So let's go back to the title now. You are Humanity Liberator. And the title of the book that we are creating out of our Liberating Humanity main event is also the title of this podcast, $24 million in 24 days. And this is all in the context of you being humanity liberator and you living your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma right here now. So your focus, your work, your mission, what you are creating, what you are allowing, actually the word is kamar, C-A-M-A-R, you're creating, attracting, manifesting, allowing, and receiving the fact that you have gotten your 12,000 people joining us in our alliance through our Liberating Humanity main event at liberatinghumanitymainevent.com. They're doing this through you. Your 12,000 people are joining us in our alliance through liberatinghumanitymainevent.com through your link. And for every one of those 12,000 people doing this through your link, you are making, well, you would be making, by you doing this, you are making, in other words, we have to be very careful in this, the way that we had allowed ignorance to rule us, to disconnect us from our power, our purpose, our presence, our potential, and instead we were divided, distracted, disconnected, disempowered, discombobulated, depressed. We could go on and on with that, and yet you get the idea. Now you see why we're taking back our power, and we are together, coming back together as our human family, and we're coming from love. Actually, this is pulp is the word. Prosperity, unity, love, and peace. We're all being of greater service to more people. We're coming from abundance. We're being generous with each other. We are serving as many people. You're here to make as much, you are here and you are making as much of a difference as you can to as many people as you can, as we're all coming from abundance, prosperity, wealth, service, and we're not in our heads anymore. We're coming from our heart, our center, our power, our purpose. You see how imperative this is for you to step up and honor this and live this and allow this to be your world now, right here, where you're actively bringing all of your friends, leading all of your online friends, everyone connected with you into this, because you're getting your 12,000 people in our private alliance all through your link that you got once you joined us at or in the Liberating Humanity main event at liberatinghumanitymainevent.com. And so, I mean, picture this now, because, by the way, your words are where your power is creating. We call it spelling, right? Like, a spelling bee, spell circumference. Okay, but any word you speak, you are spelling. That is how you are creating. And your words are the physical expression of your thoughts. And your thoughts, I mean, like, I don't know if you know my background. Since 2003, I have taught Think and Grow Rich at the master's level. And I mean, this is a big part of how we are transforming our lives and liberating humanity together right here now through you, humanity liberator. So the words you are speaking become your life. Your words are what you are creating. It starts at the level of thinking. It actually starts deeper than that, and we go through that as part of the alliance. Once you've joined us there, you're getting your 12,000 people who are getting their 12,000 people who are then getting their 12,000 people. Well, the math doesn't quite work out so well that way, because let's just say, for a hypothetical example of how this works and how getting back to our title here, you getting your 12,000 people who are joining our alliance through your link, your Freedom Money link, with you making $1,998.50 for every one of those 12,000 people joining our alliance through you, well, let's just use the number 2,000 instead, because that's simpler math than $1.50 less than that. You getting your 12,000 people, and if you were making $2,000 instead of $1.50 less than that, that would be worth $24 million to you. So right here, through our Liberating Humanity main event that you are joining right now, through liberatinghumanitymainevent.com, you're getting your 12,000 people joining us in our alliance through this website, through your link. Your 12,000 people, let's just say they're only doing 10% of what you are doing, and or what you are allowing to happen through you. Just to be very clear again, because I believe that all of us are just the hollow flute, and we're allowing God to move through us. If you're in your head and you think of yourself as the doer, if you're in ego, if you have low self-esteem or don't believe that you're worth much or valuable or deserving or lovable or whatever, any of that nonsense, that scarcity, fear, lack programming, well, then you can say that you're the doer for now, and then you'll see, wait a minute, this is just me giving up the micro control and allowing something bigger than me to move through me. And it wasn't actually me from the beginning. It was just, anyway. I mean, this is you transforming yourself. You're not coming from scarcity, fear, lack. You're not playing small again, ever again. You're not allowing fear to hold you back or limit you in any way, ever again. And notice I'm spelling this reality because this is you opening up and playing full out and shining your light as brightly as you are, which means as brightly as the sun, and so much more than that, as brightly as 10,000 suns, and so much more than that, as brightly as 10,000 galaxies, and so much more than that. This is you honoring and living and fulfilling your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma as humanity liberator, as God's instrument for miracles. You, my friend, are God's gift to the world. And I'm so grateful for you hearing this now and living this now and going to liberatinghumanitymainevent.com now and joining us in our alliance and leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating all of your online friends and everyone in your local area, and getting your 12,000 people as your first Liberating Humanity main event manifestation milestone, your first 12,000, and you're doing that, well, I mean, the book title is $24 million in 24 days. I'm challenging you right here to achieve that result in the next 24 hours. And I'm challenging you even beyond that. Notice how much more you're expanding your consciousness of wealth, which really is your presence, and how much God you are allowing into your life, because as we're going to see in the training, if you picture a scale between 0 and 100 representing the percentage you are open to receiving God, and your work is opening 100% to God moving in your life and then through you into the world. That is your purpose, extending God 100%, not limiting the unlimited in any way ever again, because who do you think you are to limit the unlimited? And the word I use for the infinite unlimited is God. Use whatever word you like instead of God. If you had some block against God, I mean, who are you to think you could even, how could you be so arrogant or selfish to think that you could limit the unlimited? That doesn't even compute. That doesn't make sense. That's illogical. It's irrational because it's not true. How could you limit the unlimited? It's not even possible. Who are you to think that you could block God from coming into your life and from there bless the world? Doesn't even make any sense, right? And yet, here you were playing small, thinking that you were unworthy, unlovable, undeserving, didn't matter, and you were doing that. You were blocking God. No more. No more. Never again. All of that was an engineered scarcity, fear, lack virus that you allowed to infect you. Well, I mean, you were a child. You didn't know any better. You just bought into the programming of your parents and of the government school system, which was meant to keep you small. No more. All of that is gone. Remember, we're spelling, creating, breathing into being our power, our center, our purpose. We're allowing God to move through us to bless the world. You, going back to our title, $24 million in 24 days. I'm challenging you to do that in the first 24 hours instead of 24 days. And I'm challenging you further to step up, own your power, focus your power. I mean, yes, you are brighter, your light, you're shining your light as brightly as 10,000 galaxies now. And yet, when you focus that power into a single laser beam, I mean, like the sun, like I'm going to take my walk in about 10 minutes or whatever. When we're done talking, I'm going to take my hike. And, the sun feels warm on my arm and my face. And yet, when you focus the sun light to one single beam of light, let's just say that you can incinerate steel instead of, oh, that feels good on my skin. No, you're focusing your power, laser focusing it, and I'm challenging you to get your 12,000 people joining us in our alliance through your link, your Freedom Money link that you got once you joined us in the alliance at liberatinghumanitymainevent.com. I'm challenging you to do that in the next 2 to 3 hours. Will you accept that challenge? Will you step up now and shine your light and never play small again or hold back in fear or live anything less than your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, and never again limit the unlimited? Never block God from working through you in blessing the world, because you are God's instrument for miracles after all. You see how important this Liberating Humanity main event is for all of us to do? I thought I was going to even tell you about the chapters and the sections, and we didn't even do any of that in here, and yet you're already on board and you're joining us. And I mean, so the way we're doing this briefly, I guess, because you want to get started and make this happen because you recognize this is God moving through you. You're feeling the calling, and yes, you are stepping up, and all of us through you are stepping up, never playing small again. We're playing full out, and we're no longer limiting the unlimited in any way ever again. And the world is transformed as a result. So you understand what we're doing here. You're getting your 12,000 people as your first milestone, and then from there you're getting everyone else connected with you online, and then from there you're getting everyone in your community joining us in our alliance through your Freedom Money link that you got once you joined us in our alliance through our Liberating Humanity main event at liberatinghumanitymainevent.com. And you're using the post that I'm sharing and that we're all sharing in our Alliance Mastermind. And we're all serving and supporting each other. And you are the inspired visionary leader of all of us. Your example, you're raising the bar so high, as I'm challenging you right here, not only to get your $24 million in 24 days, to get that in 24 hours, and to get that in 2 to 3 hours, I'm challenging you right here to be the first person. Well, let me put it this way. I'm challenging you to break the record for receiving that $24 million in the shortest amount of time. I'm saying it that way intentionally because someone could be hearing this 24 days from now and they could think, well, I don't know what the record is. He's challenging everybody to do this in the next 2 to 3 hours. What if I do this in the next 24 minutes? And maybe somebody else did it in 46 minutes. And so, in other words, whatever the record is, I'm challenging you to beat that record. Excuse me while I take a sip of water here, or tea with cinnamon, ginger, and flavors in it. I'm challenging you to break the record for the fastest amount of time that it took for somebody to live in their power, their purpose, their potential in the presence of God, and to not limit God in the unlimited in working through them to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate all of their online friends and everyone in their community in the shortest amount of time, to transform all of the people you are blessed to be able to serve. Will you accept that challenge? So go to liberatinghumanitymainevent.com. Join us in our alliance that you'll see right there. Get your private Freedom Money link. Then actively lead every one of your online friends through joining us in the alliance themselves. They're following your lead. They're following your example by you joining us in the private alliance and then telling everyone that we're all doing this together because this is how we are all stepping up. We're honoring the call that we are all hearing now to step up, to take our power back, and to actively take responsibility for how we are creating our lives and our world. And every one of us are doing this. So going back to our example, of course, this is only hypothetical. It's no income guarantee or promise of any kind. If you do nothing, you'll get nothing out of it, obviously. None of this should be stated, and yet we were so delinquent in our power and in the way that we are creating our world. Well, ego had gotten the best of us, and anyway, I mean, you know that I love this, and we talk about this in our book. We're going to be talking about this when we're creating our book together, when you are in our Liberating Humanity event, main event, Liberating Humanity main event.com, over our 24 days together. We're going to talk about one of the sections is called Ego Stands for Edging God Out. And another way to look at ego, which is basically, well, here, let me put it this way. Do you know, I don't know if you know any of the spiritual tradition, like it's in Sanskrit, which is a very metaphysical, spiritual language, like the word dharma means your purpose. It's why you're here. It's like the thread connecting all of this scenes, experiences of your life together. That's you living your dharma. And now the scene is, the thread is leading to you going to liberatinghumanitymainevent.com and joining us in our alliance, and from there leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating all of your online friends and everyone in your local area, who are all joining, following your lead, your example, and joining us in the Private Alliance themselves through your link. And so Dharma is very specific, and such, there's not even a word for it in the West because, ego is so far removed from Dharma. Anyway, there is another word. If you put the letter A in front of Dharma, you get a Dharma, and that means going against Dharma. Notice how the word ego, edging God out, and yet, like when I say, if you were to say good day, what are you really saying? You're really saying God day, right? Or what's another example? I mean, like, well, good evening, it means God evening, right? The word good is just kind of like one step removed from God, right? And yet, notice how, like, Dharma is you following your nature, and a Dharma, when you add the letter A in front of the word Dharma, you get the opposite. That means going against Dharma, or your nature. Notice how then we relate that to the word God, which means good. I mean, good really means God, and go actually is just another slightly altered word for God as well. Go means move ahead, right? That's kind of like what happens when you are with God. You are moving ahead, right? And, like we say, go, 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 go. It's like you can feel the presence of God flowing through you. And I mean, just the chills all over. You're feeling this as well, right? When you say, go, 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 you're being with God, you're flowing with God, right? And notice how when you add the letter E in front of go, what do you get? You get the opposite of God. It's like, but it's not, let's not, really we're talking about blocking God, not the opposite of God. Just be very careful and clear about that. Because, like, even the word evil, what is that? I mean, remember, like, ego is like not God, and yet God is omnipresent, right? And what does that mean? Present everywhere. There is nowhere God is not, including and especially within you, right? So let's look at go means God, and ego means not God, and yet to be more accurate, that means limiting the unlimited or blocking God. And that means, like if you remove yourself from God, from source, you create all kinds of suffering as a result of that, right? Because if you think of God as being life force or life itself, and if you block the flow of life, well, that's kind of what ego is, right? Not God, feeling separate from God, and then struggling like to breathe, like gasping for air. That's what not God feels like, right? And that's what the ego is, grasping for God. When I get this next money, when I get this next job, when I find this, whatever that person is seeking, they're searching for God. They're feeling not God. I mean, wow. I mean, this is such a deep contemplation for, I'm getting chills here too. Are you feeling this as well? Anyway, you see how important this work is for every one of us to do now, right? Do it now, right? LiberatingHumanityMainEvent.com. You are the inspired visionary leader. You are humanity liberator. All of your online friends following your lead, your example, joining us in our alliance, just as you have done right here. And they, as you are then leading them into doing this themselves, transforming their lives and transforming the lives of all of their online friends. So let's just say that you have gotten your 12,000 people, and I'm challenging you to do that faster than anyone else has. And you have made your $24 million as a result of that, by them doing that through your link. And let's just say, hypothetically, that all of your 12,000 people, remember, this is your first milestone, and you're still getting all of your online friends and everyone in your local area doing this, joining our alliance through your link. Let's just say that your 12,000 people are only getting 1/10 of what you have done or what God has done through you, and they only get 1,200 on average. You got 12,000, they got 1,200, and then their 1,200 only got 1,200 also. 12,000 times 1,200 times 1,200, that's 17 billion people. 17.1 billion people. 17,128,000,000 people. That's more than twice the number of people that we have alive on the planet right now, right? That's the result of you getting your 12,000 people, even if they're just getting 1,200 people who are getting 1,200 people. This is why you are humanity liberator. This is why this is the higher purpose of your life. This is why you are focusing on this right here and actively leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating yourself and everyone connected with you right now. This is why this is the higher purpose of every one of our lives and of social media. And this is why every one of us is now connected through online, social media, the services that we use. This is why you can reach everyone in your local area and everyone online with just a few clicks and almost no time, energy, thought, or effort. Doing a little more today in being of greater service and living, honoring, achieving, allowing your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma to unfold, to be yours. This is why you are humanity liberator. It is because of you. Because of you. Oh, I'm getting chills here again. Are you feeling this the same way I am? It is because of you that all 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free. Because of me. Because of you doing this yourself and doing this with and for every one of us. All 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of me. This is my duty, my destiny. That is what you are allowing, creating, attracting, receiving, manifesting. This is what God is creating through you, not limiting the unlimited anymore ever again. Affirm that, acknowledge that, and now actively create, attract, manifest, allow, and receive that destiny. I mean, remember, you are spelling this, you are creating this, you are breathing this into being. All 8 billion of us, say this with all of us, we're doing this together right here. All 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of me. This is my duty, my destiny, and I am joyfully, excitedly, passionately, exuberantly doing this now at the highest level of focus, presence, allowing, receiving, and being through the Liberating Humanity main event at liberatinghumanitymeinevent.com. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I believe in you. I know how much you matter. I know your higher purpose. I see you clearly, fully, completely, and wholly. This is why you are here. This is your higher purpose. This is why you are alive during this monumental turning point, because all of us are here and now liberating humanity. You are humanity liberator. And I'm so grateful to be in your presence, to be in your company, to be near someone so focused, so mindful, so purposeful, so in your power, your presence, your center, being one, communing with God, and not limiting the unlimited in any way ever again. And look what you did and how much better the whole world is as a result of you taking this to heart and living this. Thank you very much. It is done, and so it is.